Welcome. In this video, we'll explore adaptive learning technologies, AI-powered tools that personalize learning based on students' progress and performance. I chose this trend because personalized instruction is on the rise, helping optimize education for diverse learners. Today, we'll focus on two major platforms, Newton Alta and Dreambox, widely used in elementary and middle school settings. Let's dive in. What is adaptive learning? Adaptive learning is an AI-driven educational approach that customizes content based on individual student needs. It continuously analyzes performance and adapts the difficulty level to optimize learning. This means no two students have the exact same experience. Learning is tailored in real time to support mastery at their own pace. How does adaptive learning work? Adaptive learning platforms use AI and data analytics to track student responses. Let's take a look at Newton Alta. This platform, used in math and science, adjusts content difficulty based on correct or incorrect answers. If a student struggles with a concept, it provides step-by-step guidance until mastery is reached. Similarly, Dreambox for math and reading dynamically changes lessons, making learning engaging and effective. Let's take a look at Newton Alta.
Dive in and take a look at Newton Alta. So we're going to start by walking through the student experience and Newton Alta's statistics. So when a student starts their assignment, they will see the goal topics that you have assigned, the due date, the work estimate. So you can see here it says estimated 4 to 10 questions. And your students will move through their assignments in the most efficient pathway based on their level of preparedness. Prepared students may be able to achieve 100% by completing 4 questions, and struggling students might need to complete 10 or more questions to achieve 100% because they may need additional instruction or need to work on a foundational skill. But the benefit of the mastery-based system is that all students have the opportunity to achieve 100% mastery if they keep working on the problems and become efficient in the goal topics. So for the sake of this demo, I'm going to be a struggling student so that you can see the instruction and the remediation that students could receive. So before I start the assignment, I also want to point out that before I even start, I have the option to go ahead and review instruction before jumping into the assignment. So if I feel like I need to refresh my memory on something, I'm able to do that. And also as the instructor, you're able to force instruction first for your students, but they had the option to go ahead and skip it, but you do have the option as the instructor to force instruction prior to the assignment. So you can click down here and that's where the student can review. All right, so the student workspace begins with assessment questions to determine a baseline of what the student knows and does not know on the assigned concept.
Adaptive learning in schools. In elementary and middle school classrooms, adaptive learning tools help students engage with subjects at their skill level. Dreambox, for example, helps personalize math lessons with interactive games and real-time feedback. Educators have the ability to track student progress, pinpoint strengths and weaknesses, and provide targeted support for students.
As educators, we know that every student comes to class with a different level of ability. But it's impossible for just one teacher to teach all these different student levels at the same time. What we really need is a tutor for every student. We looked for software to help, but we quickly discovered that not all adaptive software is created equal. Many programs took a typical lesson and just converted it to digital worksheets. Another claimed to be adaptive, but all it did was move students faster or slower through the exact same lessons. But one was a revolutionary change, true adaptive learning. Dreambox is the only program designed with an intelligent adaptive learning engine. It starts helping immediately and continuously assesses exactly where students are. It adapts to how they learn in real time and constantly individualizes what each student sees next. In a single minute of use, Dreambox Math collects, analyzes, and responds to hundreds of pieces of information about how the student thinks and learns. That's tens of thousands of pieces of data every hour. And Dreambox Reading assesses student performance using tens of thousands of comprehension tasks across 18 content levels.
When it comes to promises and benefits, adaptive learning offers multiple benefits in education. First, it personalizes instruction, ensuring every student gets the right level of challenge. Second, it boosts engagement through interactive lessons and instant feedback. Finally, teachers can gain valuable data insights, allowing them to tailor instruction for better outcomes.
Students are in each section, whether they are actively working or not, as well as average mastery on assignments and average quiz scores and test scores. If you teach multiple sections within a course, even if you are not the course instructor, you'll see all of your different sections data listed here for easy comparison. Once you click into a section, you'll see the breakdown of your students' data separated into the categories of assignments, quizzes, and tests under the coursework tab. Notice from this page you can export your section data to download all of your students' data in a CSV file. To find out more about performance in a single item, just click on the title. For example, under assignments, I can click on 1.1 here, and that will allow me to see each student's mastery performance as well as some overall data on this particular assignment. Here, you can see the average mastery for this assignment, the average number of questions, as well as average work time. Under overall status, you can see the status for each of your students. You can see which students have completed this assignment, are in progress, are struggling, or have not started. You can click on any of these to filter your students. For example, if I click on struggling, I can see which students are struggling on this particular assignment. And if I wanted to email those students, I can just check the boxes next to their name and then click the email students icon here on the right. If you click on individual learning objective status, you can see a breakdown of how your students are doing on the various objectives. In this case, we can see that students are struggling more in this identify subsets learning objective. This is a great place to assess which are the challenging areas you may want to focus on with your students.
When it comes to adaptive learning technologies, there will be many challenges and limitations, but adaptive learning is transforming education by making learning more tailored and efficient. As AI continues to evolve, its impact on education will only continue to grow.